Okay, so this is the Celestial Messages Part 2, connected to the new moon in Cancer, and a whole bunch of messages that I channeled. I'm literally at the laundromat, like, I'm literally out and about at the laundromat. Um, that may be a message, and it's maybe connected to what they want me to talk about. So, one of the downloaded channeled messages that came through after um, I was meditating for like 3 days, going into a very deep, deep meditation. And one of the clear messages was about star codes being activated within the blood. Oh, how did that just change? Whoa. Okay. It's also interesting because, like, um, I myself have a blood abnormality that came via a extremely rare form of cancer. I was the 32nd person in the world to have this cancer recorded. I'm going to make a video at some stage about that, but basically it is very linked into my gifts, but it also means at different stages I will have kind of like a flare up, which is what I'm going through at the moment. That's interesting. The light has just gone off here at the laundromat. So they want me to talk about the blood activation, and they've brought through this message since I recorded the video earlier today. This is Codes of Harmony, by the way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for clicking like, sharing, and subscribing so that we can bounce these messages out to more members of the collective and all rise together. So they're wanting me. They are bringing through a second message, a second celestial message, a collective message, talking about the activation within the blood. And this is physical as well as metaphoric, because it's also speaking about your bloodlines and your soul DNA. So the memories, the conscious memories as well as the subconscious memories within your actual DNA, but then also the ones that are encoded into your soul's memory. And then they started kind of highlighting and talking about those working in the dark, which is why I've titled this video The Dark Side of the New Moon. They are talking about people using their gifts for the wrong, and specifically why there is some people in the collective practicing blood magic. Okay, so not just blood magic, I won't go into it because it's super gross and like low frequency, low vibration, but some people, that's why it is so powerful and dangerous to do magic using bodily fluid. Yeah. So they're showing that this is actually literally like a child playing with fire, like the ignorance of some people using their gifts are wrong and trying to cast bad magic, particularly at chosen ones, at, those walking in the light, those of divine being, those truly trying to raise the frequency of the collective. That there is a natural desire, how are they wanting me to express it? I didn't expect to be doing a second video today. I didn't expect these celestial messages of the new moon in Cancer to keep unrolling and unraveling, but it seems like they will be. And so they are wanting to highlight those with royal bloodlines within the collective, and how precious the DNA codes, the star codes, the knowledge within those bloodlines, within our bloodlines, there are, and how vital it is. Basically, they're saying that people who fuck with blood magic, who use, who operate from a dark place, who are possessed, acting through entities, who are not coming to a healing place within the understanding of their own DNA, whether that be earthly or celestial, whether that be from this incarnation or another. It is about finding peace and harmony within the different coding that is within each of us. And it actually, I won't go into it too much, but it actually links into the way that earthly discrimination works and plays out. It's actually much more linked into celestial bloodlines that we know. And yeah, so the energy of the new moon is very emotionally abundant. The energy of the new moon in Cancer is so filled with love, and so holding so much capacity for emotional growth, for emotional healing, for finding union and peace. Yeah, so they're bringing lots of information about my own coding, about my own royal bloodline, and the way that that is connected into my quote-unquote disability, which is connected to plasma, which is a very magic conduit of energy, and extrasensory perception. So they're kind of talking about the dark side of the new moon is that those wishing to harm, halt, and interrupt the collective's ascension, those who are enacting ancient frequencies that are destructive and harmful to the collective, that are connected very much to the celestial wars as well as the wars of the earthly plane. Yeah, it's like these entities, they can smell the royal blood. It's like, I know that sounds really creepy and weird. It is kind of fucking creepy. But if you're a light worker, if you're a healer, if you're an oracle, if you're a grid worker, if you're an earth angel, you may have at different times throughout your incarnation had this sense that people were like hunting you and hunting you down. And this is real, and it is connected into ancient ancestral bloodlines that hold superpowers, that hold the ability to transform reality. And more of us are coming online and coming into union, coming into a harmonious understanding of our coding, of our DNA, of our history, her story, them story, of our connection in the ether, of the kind of the reality beyond the reality. And that's another thing that came in with the channeled messages, the channeled celestial messages of the new moon in Cancer, was talking about these subspaces of reality being made known and accessible to us. And I feel like that's also there's like a microcosm thing going on connected to bloodlines, ancestry, and star coding. They keep talking about star coding and unity memory. So somewhere in your DNA, you also have a memory of when all beings of the universe did live in harmony, and of collective consciousness being of a frequency and a vibration that allows true love, that allows true wholeness, true healing, true understanding of the self, which is about understanding the dark, the light, the shadows, not having judgment of the dark within, the dark without, and understanding the way that it is being, I just heard Anunnaki, um, uh, the way that it's been playing out for centuries and centuries. So the ancient civilizations that you watch documentaries on, that you read books about, the mythology that we all know from our childhood stories, they are the coding, and they are keys to the coding within, without, um, in the past, present, and future. Yeah. So the dark side of the moon is talking about um, the preciousness of galactic celestial DNA, and the hunger, the thirst, the vampiric bloodlines that have been working for millennia via that which is not what it seems. Okay, so I guess these celestial messages and channeled messages will keep unfolding. And as I'm moving towards the 111, when I hit 111 subscribers, I will be creating a membership where I'm going to be doing active healing, quantum healing, sound baths, meditations, energy work, direct energy work, and have people in the room that are really ready for the work. So if you're not a subscriber, click subscribe to help me get to that 111, so I can continue opening up and sharing these celestial messages. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And for protecting the bloodline. Okay, lots of love from Quotes of Harmony.